Hello students, today I'm going to make you clear about the properties of kite, right, for the class 6-7 students. So be prepare and be sincere and give your proper attention here so that I can make you understand easily. Okay, dear students, let's start. Today I'm going to talk about the kite. So as I already defined the kite in the last videos, okay, even though I am going to repeat it again once again. So it is a kite, right? It is a kite. By the definition of kites, we can draw this type of figure, right? So it has the two diagonal, one is longer and is shorter. So label the kite A, B, C, D, right? Okay, kite means simply we can say that yes, quadrilateral in which pairs of adjacent sides are equal in length, yes, is known as a kite. A quadrilateral in which pairs of adjacent sides are equal in length is known as a kite. Now I am talking about the properties of kite. Properties of a kite. Let's talk about the properties of kite. Okay, I am going to draw the figure. This is the figure. Okay. This is the figure. A, B, C, D. Right. It is a kite. Yes, where AB and AD are equal. Okay, and BC and CD are equal. So the first one, by the definition, AB equals to AD can be written, and BC equals to CD can be written. They are adjacent sides. They are adjacent sides. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take the longer diagonal, yes, in the kite, right? AC the longer diagonal. Here AC is the longer diagonal, right? AC the longer diagonal. So in triangle ABC and triangle ACD, okay, so the first one AB and AD are equal. Second one BC and CD are equal, they are side. Okay. And third one AC and AC, they are common side, they are also the side. Equal adjacent sides and common sides, right? Common sides. Okay, so we can write here triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ACD, right? So because the sides are equal, separate sides are equal, so we can write here side axiom. So this is the one kind of axiom of the congruency to make any two triangles congruent. If corresponding three sides separately, three sides of one triangle are corresponding equal to the three corresponding sides, then in this case we can say that these two triangles are congruent. So if the triangles are congruent, yes, we can write here since the corresponding since the corresponding angles of congruent triangles are equal, right? So since the corresponding angles of congruent triangles are equal, they are the congruent triangles. That's why corresponding angles must be equal. So AB and AD are equal sides. That's why we can take, yes, this angle is the opposite angle of the side AB, yes, and this angle is the opposite angle. This angle is the opposite angle to the side AD. That's why here AB and AD are the two equal sides, right? So its opposite angle, yes, must be equals to its opposite angle. Opposite angle. So the angle opposite to the side AB is this angle ACB. We can write here angle ACB equals to the angle opposite to the side AD, that is ACD. We can write here ACD. So they are called corresponding angles. Okay. So dear students, the corresponding angles of congruent triangle must be equal. And similarly, I have taken the next equal sides. So they are BC equals to CD. BC equals to CD. Now its opposite angle and also its opposite angle. Okay, the opposite angle to the side BC, yes, is this angle BAC, angle BAC, and the angle opposite to the side CD, yes, is this angle DAC or CAD, angle CAD. So they are corresponding. They are also corresponding angles. Okay. Similarly, these angles are also equal, right? These angles are also equal because this is the common side. AC is the common side. So the opposite angle to the AC, there are two angles ABC. Angle ABC equals to angle ADC. Okay, they are also corresponding angles. Okay, dear students, in this way, yes, we can draw the mode properties, right? And the diagonal AC, which is the longer diagonal, yes, talking about the longer diagonal, yes, the longer diagonal, we can write here the longer diagonal, yes, which is called AC. The longer diagonal AC of the kite is the vertical angular bisector, right? The longer diagonal AC is the vertical angular bisector, right? The longer diagonal AC is the vertical angular bisector. So in this way, you can draw the mode properties, right? And the angles, yes, opposite to the longer diagonals, yes, the angles opposite to the longer diagonals, right, are equal. The angles opposite to the longer diagonal, yes, of a kite are equal. Yes, the angle opposite to the longer diagonal of a kite are equal. Okay, dear students, in this way you can derive the more concept, right, related to the kite. Okay. Now let's see here. We can take the another diagonal, shorter diagonal. Yes, this shorter diagonal. This shorter diagonal. BD is the shorter diagonal, right? So BD is the shorter diagonal. That means we can compare these two triangles, right? Suppose this is point of intersection be O. Yes, the point of intersection of the longer and shorter diagonal is O. Then we can compare these two triangles. Yes, this triangle and this triangle, and right, this angle equals to this angle, right, and this side equals to this side, and this is the common side, right. So we can take side angle side. Yes, by the adjacent side angle side, these two triangles are congruent. Yes, if these two triangles are congruent, yes, we can take the corresponding parts. We can take their corresponding parts. So OA is the common side of these two triangles. So its opposite angle is this one. This one is its opposite angle. Suppose it is X, and this one is its opposite angle. Suppose it is Y, right? So the angles X and Y are the opposite to the, yes, common side OA, yes, which are, yes, on both triangles. That's why they are called corresponding angles. So we can easily write X equals to Y. Yes, these two angles are opposite to the same side, yes, common side OA, which are on both triangles. Yes, so we have already proved, yes, these two triangles are congruent by the adjacent side angle side. So these two triangles are congruent. That's why we can take these two angles are corresponding as corresponding angles. That's why they are equal. Okay, so here also this side, the opposite angle of this side, let it is B, and the opposite angle of this side, it is A, right? It is A. So these two angles are also equal. A equals to B can be written because they are also corresponding angles. So here, yes, we can find the quantity, yes, of these two angles because their sum equals to 180 degree, being linear pair, right? So in place of A we can write B. So B plus B equals to 180 can be written. So twice B equals to 180. So B equals to 90 degree. So if when the B has 90 degree, B is the 90 degree, then yes, obviously A must be 90 degree. Yes, A must be 90 degree. That's why we can take here this sign, yes, right angle, the sign of the right angle. So we can write here what? We can write here, yes, longer and the angle between the longer and shorter diagonal is 90 degree. Yes, they are perpendicular to each other. Yes, this one is 90 degree. They are perpendicular to each other. Okay, now listen. Okay, let's compare these two, and next one, these two angles are equal. Yes, these two angles, this angle and these angles are equal. That's why the sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. Yes, this side must be equal. Okay, this side must be equal, right? Because these sides are opposite to the equal angles because these two angles are equal. Yes, the sides opposite to the equal angles are also equal. Yes, because they are called corresponding sides. Corresponding sides means the sides opposite to the equal angles. The sides opposite to the equal angles are called corresponding sides. Yes, it is possible only in the case of the congruent triangles, right? If the triangles are congruent, then we can take the corresponding sides, yes, are equal. So corresponding sides, yes, same as the corresponding angles. Yes, the angles opposite to the equal sides are called corresponding angles. The sides opposite to the equal angles are called corresponding sides. That's why the corresponding sides of the congruent triangles are equal. So OB equals to OD can be written. So OB and OD are equal. Yes, these two sides are equal. So we can see that the longer diagonal bisects the shorter diagonal perpendicularly, right? The longer diagonal, or we can say in this way also, longer diagonal is the perpendicular bisector of the shorter diagonal. We can write here the longer diagonal. The longer diagonal is the perpendicular bisector. Yes, these symbols indicate perpendicular. This symbol indicate perpendicular. So the longer diagonal is the perpendicular bisector of shorter diagonal. Okay. So in this way, dear students, we can derive the more properties of a kite, right? So dear students, today you are all clear about the properties of kite. Yes. So today this much. Yes. In the next video, we are going to have some more concepts about the different types of quadrilaters, right? If you will be perfect in the properties of the quadrilaterals, right, it will help you in the earlier classes, in the coming classes, yes, in the further classes. So today this much. Thank you.